Okay, so the next question has to do with how do I find joy in the mundane, which there are a lot of mundane tasks when you're a mom of 4. And there's a lot of mundane tasks, y'all, when you're a small business owner too. And it's very easy to lose sight of things. And as I'm walking through this Musicians Hall of Fame, right now I'm here in the Johnny Cash section, and there's like a Beach Boys section, and an Elvis section, and a Motown section, and a Muscle Shoals section. And there's probably times when these musicians lost their joy, and they lost their mojo, and they lost their groove. And so how did Stella get her groove back and all this? And so what I want you ladies to do when you're in those situations where your motivation's running low and when things feel mundane and things feel hard and things feel heavy is to take a step back. Take a step back and examine what's going on. Make a list of what is feeling mundane, what is feeling heavy, what used to bring you joy, and why is it not bringing you joy? Like what is not bringing you joy anymore? Then I want you to really examine, are you looking for joy or are you looking for happiness? And are you getting those two things confused? Because if you look in Scripture, we always tie everything back to Scripture. When you go into James, and I have a whole teaching about this in my Soul Rejuvenation Bundle, which is a part of the Well Society Intensive. When you examine joy, as it is in James, the first part of that, of considering it all joy, it's not written to a bunch of people that are having a big wedding feast or they're celebrating graduation or a baby's just been born and they're like, yay. No, it is written to the 12 tribes that are being persecuted and dispersed among the nations. So that's like warfare. And so they're being told, hey, your family's being busted up and your people are being persecuted, but I want you to go out, and even though all this horrible stuff is happening, I want you to consider it all joy. Sister friend, Lauren, Jenny, Melissa, whoever you are listening to this, I want you to, even though your child is throwing up on you and your other one is getting in trouble at school and your husband lost his job and you just stubbed your toe and then your dog needs to have expensive surgery, I want you to consider it all joy. Because I have plans to prosper you and not harm you. And I love you so deeply because I'm the Lord your God and I'm ever present and I will never leave you or forsake you. So even in those hard circumstances, I'm calling you to consider it all joy. Paul in prison, consider it all joy. So re-examine, are you measuring your life against happiness or are you measuring it against joy? Are you measuring it against your flesh and what your flesh is thinking that you need to consider it joy? Or are you measuring it against what God is calling you to consider it all joy? Re-examine your children and your tasks through the gift and the heritage that they are through the Lord. Re-examine the mundane tasks as a gift that not everybody gets to experience. Re-examine it through the gift of motherhood. Just like these musicians have a gift that not everybody has. Not everybody has the gift that was given through Motown. Not everybody has the gift that was given through all these other things. And if they had just given up these gifts, we wouldn't have all these incredible genres of music. If you give up on your gift, mothering these specific children that God gave you, and just get stuck in, oh, this just doesn't feel good and this feels mundane, you're giving up on the gift that the Lord gave you. So re-examine your lens of joy and happiness and put it through the perspective of Scripture and what the Lord calls you to do. I hope this was helpful.